Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone. My name is Kathy. We have been covering the appeal styled as Richard Allen versus State of Indiana. This case is commonly referred to as the Delphi case. It deals with the tragic unalivings of two friends, Abby and Libby, back in 2017. And Mr. Allen was arrested, stood trial. The jury came back and found that he was guilty. Following jury trial, the Judge Gull, sentenced him. He has been serving his sentence out at an Indiana state prison. However, he is appealing his conviction. He filed an appeal in an Indiana appellate court. And his initial brief, the brief of appellant, was filed. The state of Indiana filed their brief in response to Mr. Allen's initial brief on March 25th, 2026. We have already had one episode going over that brief, identifying areas that the state of Indiana has raised, legal arguments as to why the judgment of the trial court should not be reversed. The question that many people have in the public is what happens next? When will a ruling from the appellate court happen? Not as of yet, because under the rules of procedure, Mr. Allen is entitled to file a reply brief. What is a reply brief? This does not give him an opportunity to re-argue his entire case again. The reply brief is intended to reply to the response. For example, an appellant might look at a response from the appellee and assert that there are errors in facts that were contained in the other side's brief, or misapplication of the law, for example. A reply brief is due 15 days from the appellee's brief. So because the state of Indiana filed their response, their appellee brief on March 25th, Mr. Allen has 15 days from that date to file his reply, unless he's granted an extension of time. Both sides have been granted extensions of time in this case already. Absent any enlargement of time, that reply brief due approximately Friday, April 10th, 15 days from the response. Then there is the potential for oral argument. One side or the other can request oral argument, a hearing before the appellate court, before that appellate court rules, in a final effort to try to persuade the justices on the appellate court to rule in favor of, if we're talking Mr. Allen, in favor of him as the appellant. If we're talking the state, against Mr. Allen, in their favor as the appellee. There is no request for oral argument at this time. If there is no oral argument, then the next anticipated step after this reply brief is filed would be that the appeals court would render a ruling. If there is oral argument, that would not happen until oral argument is completed. And it usually takes a period of months before there is a ruling, either affirming, meaning the state would win, or reversing, Mr. Allen would win in such case. We will continue to keep you posted as further developments arise. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.